kids. Heidi here. How the heck are you? It's November now. It's daylight standard time now. What else has changed? Oh, Halloween. Well, November Halloween. That's over. Um, I think Barbie movie madness has died away. Um, Strange things are going on in the world. I mean, the universe is like, you feel it? Anyway, I have no proof that I can share with you of that, but trust me. So, the lesson from that, though, the things are, is dream big. If you have dreams, don't make little dreams. Just big ones and write them down and then go back to, making toast and feeding your kids and going to work. But always have that little. Anyway, why did you come here today? Oh, I have a haul. As you know, because everybody who comes here has been here before, I resell stuff on eBay and Poshmark. By resell, I mean somebody else sold it first, and I'm selling it again. And I went to 3 different thrift stores in 2 different states. And so I'd like to share that with you, mostly because once I get that listed, that is what's left of my men's thread up box that you saw. Once I get that listed, then I need to list this stuff. And I can't get started listing it until I haul it. Because as you know, I put stuff away in plastic bags as soon as I list it. So I know I do it backwards from everybody else on YouTube, but that's just me. I know that somebody asked me for information on how I store my inventory, so I've been been dreaming big, trying to come up with a way to make that interesting. And once I do, you'll see the video. So, should we start? I have, oh, there it is. I have 2 super interesting finds, and I'll do one at the beginning and one at the end, because that way you won't be disappointed waiting for the end and then it wasn't as big as you thought. So I'll do one at the beginning. And my list here is kind of out of order. So I have a list. The reason I have a list is because I like to be able to tell you what I'm going to list things for, not just random. I hope this is good information. So, Lord, I have already been talking for 3 minutes and I haven't said anything useful other than the universe is, so you should dream big. Okay? Promise. Okay, let's see what I got. So this, where did I find this? I found this at a little not Goodwill thrift store. So I went to 2 not Goodwills and 1 Goodwill. And the 1 Goodwill is disappointing. I only found 3 things. So these are from 2 not Goodwills. So branch out. So I saw this pretty herringbone wool looking jacket, and it was in the women's section. So I thought it was a women's blazer, and then I thought, boy, those are really masculine looking, notched lapels. And then when I buttoned it, I discovered it was a men's. So it's a men's double-breasted, I promise it'll be worth it. It's a men's double-breasted brown herringbone sport coat. And when I looked inside here, it says made in France. That's got to be good. And then I looked inside again. Why did I just button it up? I saw this. Paco Rabanne. Monsieur Paris. So it's interesting. That's a Spanish name. And the jacket was made in France. So I Googled, and all I could find was women's stuff. Not Googled, I eBayed. And all I could find was women's things. But I thought, oh, and I dug some more, and I found a wool blend tag, and I could not find a size. But it was, how much? It was $3.99. So would you have bought a made in France men's sport coat for $3.99? Even though I didn't have a size tag and you'd never heard of Paco Rabanne? Well, I did. And it turns out that Paco Rabanne is Spanish, but he went to Paris and started designing jewelry for the likes of like Balenciaga and those people, okay? And then he started his own clothing design and accessories and ties. Was huge in ties. He had both menswear and women's wear. He doesn't have menswear anymore, just women's wear. But if you go on their website, a woman's wool blend blazer, $1,500. I thought somebody out there, even though they don't make menswear anymore, is going to want this. Vestiaire has one listed for $300. A men's wool blend jacket. I won't ask $300 because I don't want to sit on it for 100 years. So I will measure the crop out of it. So far, I think it's about a 38 short. Remember the tips I gave you about measuring, which would make it a 48 in euros or Spanish size. So wish me luck. Oh, I also think it's a short because the sleeve length from the back of the collar to the end of the cuff is only 31. That would, if that was in a shirt, that would be a small. And from the shoulder to the cuff, you want a minimum of, it's typically 25. And this one is barely 25, more like 24. And 26 would be even better for a normal men's jacket. So I'm going to call it a 38 short and provide all the measurements. Made in France, Paco Rabanne. I might ask I might start like 100 and see what happens. If I get any interest. If I get a $50 offer, I might just be sure. So here's a spectacular thing, and then a pretty darn good thing, I'll say, for the end. So this I found in a thrift store when I took my husband halfway to the cabin because he needed it, and his buddy picked him up and took him the rest of the way. And so on my way home, I stopped at 2 Goodwills, and the first one, nothing. I wandered around for an hour and a half and put back what I had found because it wasn't worth checking out. So I motored on down the road, and I got to the Madison area and thought I'll look for another thrift store, and I did. And it was hidden in some really poorly planned, hyper-urban, suburban retail development. You know, the ones with all the stores. You see your thing over there, and there's not a road that gets to, oh. But I followed my GPS because I'm not an idiot, and I got there to the Goodwill. Wandered around for a long time, and I got 3 items. And the first one is a Wilson's suede coat. And of course, I'm going to call this a Penny Lane coat. I might also put Daisy Jones and the Six in my description because Daisy Jones and the Six wore one of those coats. The original Penny Lane coats, well, way before they were called Penny Lane coats, because Kate Hudson wasn't even alive then. I think John Lennon got a coat from Afghanistan. They were called Afghan coats. And they frequently had embroidery on them. They were typically light colors, not dark colors. And everybody started wearing them. Janis Joplin wore one. Well, if you Google Afghan coats in the 70s, you'll see what I mean. And then, because they were trying to recreate that with, what's the movie with Penny Lane? Anyway, whatever it is. Maybe I'll put it there. Maybe you'll just know what the movie was. Brought him back again, very popular. And then Daisy Jones and the Six is now showing that era of the 70s rock stars. So this one has buttons, which is great. Strangely, it still has its belt. And it's got these great faux fur. The whole thing is suede, but it's faux fur on the cuffs and the collar. And then the inside is all lined with this great plush. So I paid up. I think this is the most I've ever paid for anything thrift shopping. $25. Would you? And I asked my friends on Instagram, would you for 25? And everybody said absolutely. So the comps on suede Penny Lane jackets, even if whether you look at Wilson or you don't, they go for like, well, don't do auctions. Some people let them go for $50 because that's where they started their auction, and then that's where it ended. But for buy it now prices on eBay, 150 to 250. But I can't really figure out what made the 250 ones better. Again, I think a light colored embroidered one would be $300. But Anyway, because I paid $24.99, I'm probably going to try for $150. What do you think? I think it's a cool find, sort of. So another item I found in that store was I thought this was I had my fingers crossed for Dale of Norway or even one of the better Norwegian brands because it's definitely a Nordic style sweater. It's got the eight-pointed snowflake and it's got metal buttons. Where are the buttons? They're there. Metal buttons. Beautiful Nordic blue color. Very pretty. And but when I looked at the brand, Field Manor, nothing special. It is 100% wool. It was made in Hong Kong, which makes it most likely vintage because nobody makes clothes in Hong Kong anymore. The real estate is too expensive. So I just thought it was beautiful and needed a shave, which made me even happier to get it. So I picked that up for, what did I pay? I think it was $3.99, $3 or $4.99, not sure which. And I'm going to ask about 45 for that. It's a size small, but even small people want pretty sweaters. And we are really heading into that time of year when somebody would want this for a holiday weekend or a ski trip or something fun like that. Or just to look fabulous at the office. Then the last thing I found at that Goodwill in Wisconsin was a Free People sweater, which also needed shaving. I've already done that because I couldn't resist. I got a little annoyed with the people at Anthropologie, Free People, Urban Outfitters, that brand, because they named this, okay, it has a button collar, which you can wear as a cowl, or you could open it and leave it, loose. So here it is, super wide and cropped, because of course this is an extra small, and it has a drop shoulder and the sleeve. So they named this the Fair Isle split neck sweater. Here is a jacket that I found also at but I'm not in Wisconsin anymore. I'm back home. I found this Ralph Lauren, and I think me and Quenby are the Grateful Queen are the only people who sell Ralph Lauren. I love it. I have made men's and women's. I have made so much money. It's got to be great fabrics, and it's got to be classic styles. Would I buy a Ralph Lauren red T-shirt? No. Red button-up? No. But a red Southwest print button-up? Probably. You see, it's got to be iconic Lauren, whether it's Ralph Lauren, Polo Ralph Lauren, Ralph Lauren. It needs something that makes it look like a Lauren piece. So here we have houndstooth cropped jacket. I mean, the short length makes it so on trend for right now. And it is 100% linen. And it doesn't feel like a linen jacket. It feels like a wool blend. But it's linen. And it's just so smooth and beautiful. It has fully lined in acetate. And it has these great giant buttons that are branded Ralph Lauren. So I just thought it was darling. Pockets. Isn't that cute? I'm probably going to list that. Where is it? No idea. Oh, houndstooth jacket. Paid $3.99. And I listed for $49. See what I mean about it being a classic? That's great. Okay, this is Nike. I'll tell you about my experience with Nike. I've sold a lot of it because I bought so many pounds of men's thread-up clothing. Plus, I always shop the men's. I've always sold men's. My hair is... You should see the back if you think this is bad. Anyway, Nike. I have settled on stuff that I'll buy at the thrift store from Nike. I'll sell any Nike that they thread up sends to me, but Nike from the thrift store, Nike Pro, Nike Running, Nike Golf. I mean, once in a while I'll buy a Nike that's got an amazing swoosh, but Nike Pro, Nike Running, and Nike Golf. This is a sweater that is Nike Golf. You don't need to see that. And when I saw the Nike Golf, I thought, okay, I'll look. It is 50% merino and 50% acrylic. So, you're you're down to like the 16th hole on the course and the sun's going down and it's getting a little chilly. So you pop on your Nike golf sweater. It's a quarter zip. It's got amazing stripes. I mean, you have to believe in yourself, guys, if you're going to wear the sweater, right? Don't be timid and put on your plain navy blue FootJoy. No, you want this striped Nike Golf merino wool. I am going to list this for $32, and it needed shaving. Yay! I am so looking for fall and winter scarves, but all I'm finding are pastels and fake things. But I saw this. I always look, when I see these fringe scarves, I always look to see what they're made of or who made them. And this one, somewhere, I saw this one came from Bloomingdale's, and I thought, okay. And it is 65% silk, 35% pashmina cashmere. And pashmina cashmere is made from a specific kind of goat, not just any old cashmere goat, a pashmina goat, usually in Mongolia. But this one was made in Nepal, close to Mongolia. And I just love that it was part silk. And you could, wow, that is a great color. It's too bad I'm not a scarf person. The reason is because this is how I end up looking. This is why I'm not a scarf person. But I'm going to list this once I get it steamed for $28. Usually I can sell cashmere scarves for $25, so silk and cashmere together. Should be good. Okay, here's one of the things that I bought kind of out of seasoning. It's a sleeveless dress. It's schwa. But look. So it's lined. It's nice, lightweight, breezy cotton, but it's lined and it's tiered and it has this kind of almost smocking thing going on. You'd have gotten that, right? Maybe it won't sell till next year. If I put cruise and resort wear in the thing, then I'll get somebody to buy it in February. Cruise and resort. Vacation, that could be anything. A vacation could be spending, a week at a cabin in northern Wisconsin, and that dress isn't going to cut it. So, cruise. That's what you want to put in your title to sell things out of season. Okay, these require some explanation. They're Anne Klein. I have a friend who says don't sleep on Anne Klein, but she deals mostly in vintage, so mostly it's probably Anne Klein vintage. But these pants are pull-on. Point number one. Pull-on pants, that's what everybody wants. They're plaid. Point number two. They're tartan plaid in a black watch, 3 and 4. And they're just a great tapered. Not skinny, tapered. For the woman who's in transition from skinny to wide leg. I thought, I could have lived in pants like that when I was working. Not in this size, however. Isn't that great? Black watch, plaid. Learn your basic tartans. Stewart, which is the red, mostly red and white one. Campbell. I used to know what the Campbell one was because I have Campbell ancestors. This is the black watch, or Prince of Wales, it's also called. Because I think the black watch guarded the Prince of Wales. Use Google. Learn about tartan. But if you just put plaid in your listing and I put black watch tartan in my listing, I will win. Eddie Bauer needs to have a lot going for it or I don't get it. Down is one that I would get. But these are nylon pants, so they're slightly water resistant, but they dry fast if they do get wet if you're in the snow. Nylon dries quickly. Pull on, elastic waist. They're a jogger cuff. Wait for the best part. They are lined with fleece. Oh, what plaid is that? Should we look? Now I'm all into tartans. Google, what is the black and white tartan plaid? Well, That's not helpful. The Scottish, oh, could be McFarlane. And now my internet isn't working. It's McFarlane or pretty darn close. What do you think? Put in the comments what you would call this one. But they're great. They've got a zipper pocket on the back, on the bum, and pockets in the front. Do you know how cozy that is? So my husband has, I kid you not, 3 pair of lined Eddie Ball pants that he wears to the cabin. I think 2 are fleece lined and 1 is like Sherpa lined. He loves them. Oh, I dropped something. Oh, so hopefully my daughters won't watch this particular video. I always like to find thrifty Santa presents, and I give them to my family. I collect stuff all year. I try to get at least one gift for everybody that is just something they might like. It doesn't have to be new. It doesn't have to be useful. It could be funny. It could be fabulous. Whatever I decide. And this is a Nike little sports bra with a cute double strap, and it's new with tags, and it's a size small. And I have 2 daughters. One of it would fit either one of them. So you never know, girls, which one of you is going to end up with this in your gifty, thrifty Santa package. So that's fun. This is a great find. And it's not even recent, and it's still a great find. So this is Smart Wool. This is not the current tag. This doesn't even have the little Smart Wool logo man anywhere on it. And it says Smart Wool all around the neckline. And it is, of course, 100% merino wool. I found that somewhere. Yeah. But it was made in Hong Kong. How old is it? Is it from like the 90s? 100% merino wool, dry clean only. But it's such a great Smart Wool piece. It's a hooded full zip sweater in this very pretty lilac. And look at the trim on the pockets. Oh my God. Isn't it cute? I found nothing like this. Well, mainly because it's old. And I shaved it and delinted it, and I checked every inch of it, and it has no holes. And so I'm very excited. What did I decide? I'm going to be daring. Remember I told you about the universe and dream big? I'm going to list this for, oh, I didn't put down. I'm going to go 60. Somebody wants this. Oh, and it's a size large. What do you think? Cute, huh? Super pretty. Here is, I think it's another piece of Lauren Ralph Lauren. It is Lauren Ralph Lauren, and this is linen. Look at that beautiful grape plum purple Merlot. It's a 3/4 sleeve. It has a slit cuff that's open, no buttons there, and it buttons up the front. That color is going to nab somebody. And this is a size large, all linen. Beautiful shirt. What did I decide on that one? I don't know. Shirt, purple 30. I'll list it for 30 and we'll see what happens. Here is a pair of Lululemon cropped, ruched short or leggings, almost like a short. It's like a running or cycling short. You could not cycling. There's something in the butt, but running. I think these are probably the pace, run pace crop or something like that, but I couldn't find anything. The stripes are in the wrong places. The ruching is different. So Keegan, if you're watching, tell me what this is, okay? Coral on dark gray with a gray space dye. And there's stripes down the front, and then on the back you got the pocket and another bit of stripe. Okay, Keegan, I'm counting on you to tell me what they are. Actually, don't worry about it. I'm probably going to list them for 32 and sell them for 25 bucks if I'm lucky. This is interesting. Should I do shoes at the last? Yeah. So this is interesting. Would you have stopped to look at this sweater? I think you would have. Especially with the silhouette. It's shorter. It's not super oversized, but if you were a teeny little girl and got this, it would be baggy-ish. It's a small. So yeah, that's pretty loose fitting. So I paid $8 for this, but here's why. for some reason, now we've all sold Express, right? But look at this label. It's got, it's tacked on. It says Express Tricot. Now, tricot is a kind of fabric they used to make ladies' nightgowns out of, and it stuck to your skin, and it was horrible. So I don't know why they're using the word tricot. Tricot, I don't know, with a little gold insignia there. So this was made in Hong Kong, and so it's vintage, and it's 100% wool, made in the British Crown Colony of Hong Kong. So definitely, probably 80s. I thought it was so pretty colored. And for some reason, Express with that label in it gets a lot more money. I'm going to list this for $49. Look at the comps for Express sweaters with this label inside. Show you one more time. Any familiarity with that? So it's not the tricot fabric that stuck to your skin when you were trying to sleep. I just love it. I know you would have got it, but how much would you ask for it? What's next? Oh, I keep saying no more vintage, other than, really cute vintage. No more weird vintage. But this set was $4.99. It's a skirt suit, $4.99, and it's a vintage brand that I've sold before. First, I'll show you the skirt. It's a black knit skirt. The fabric is very similar to St. John, that knit, but it's not St. John. But then when I saw that it was Steve Fabricant and it was sold at Saks, I got to fix that label up. It's all saggy. I thought, well, you better think about it. I sold a vintage Steve Fabricant dress, same kind of material, on Shop Thrilling, back when Shop Thrilling let you list stuff there. Now they're just supplying, they supply vintage stuff to movie and TV production companies, but you used to be able to post your vintage on Shop Thrilling, and I sold a dress by Steve Fabricant. Had a pleated skirt and gold buttons, kind of Chanel looking. I sold that for $65. But so the jacket to that black skirt looks like this. And I know it takes a special person, but look at those buttons. Metal buttons with the different designs on them. So, I don't know. I'm not going to ask a lot for it. I'm not going to get $85 for it, but if you Google Steve Fabricant, it's a very interesting story, and I'm just wondering if you've sold it. I'm probably going to try 50. Comps are 35 to 60, and most of them are not as awesome as this, with the little applique hearts and the embroidery and the buttons. A lot of them are just plain. Maybe that's what people prefer, but I don't know. So I was wandering around, and I saw this vinyl bag for 99 cents, and I had to say, okay, come on. It's got a few scratches. You can see it's Ted Baker London. It's a big vinyl shopper tote, which would be so fun if you had a fun life. I have to go over it with Goo Gone, and then maybe I'll try like olive oil to make sure that it's as clean and shiny. In the crease here, there are words, all the cities where Ted Baker's located: London, Paris, New York, Los Angeles, Hong Kong, etc. You don't need to know. And then inside, it's just empty. I've got a towel in there now. I'm trying to reshape it. But would you have got that for 99 cents? I'm probably only going to be able to get about 25, but maybe I'll gift it to somebody. Oh, my daughters are going, please, Mom, not me. Okay, I'm going to show you some shoes, and then I will show you the thing I saved to the end, the curious thing. So these are nailed. See it there? It's a Mary Jane, and kind of a doesn't look as gleamy metallic in the camera as it does, but it's like a perforated leather upper, leather insoles, very nice, very little wear on the bottom, and I paid $3.99 for them. I'm going to list those for, well, the comps are 30 to 50, so I'll do some more research and remove these stickers inside and really make them look pretty. I'll probably try like $40 and see what happens. They're size 39 or US 8, Mayotte. These I might actually keep because I've never actually found a comfortable pair of ballet flats. Paid $2.99. They're black leather ballet flats and they're from Born. Oh, no, Born. There we go. Oh, maybe. There you go. I know you've seen Born shoes, but I've never seen ballet flats from them. And these are in just beautiful condition. And so they're around my size. So I might just wear them around the house for a few days and see if I like them. And if I like them, I'll keep them for $2.99. And if not, I'll sell them for, well, the comps are anywhere from $25 to $50. So I probably would settle somewhere around 40 and take offers. But I thought those were pretty. These were kind of a surprise. So I saw these heavy, I could tell they were heavy before I picked it up, brown loafers, tassel loafers. Not only tassel, but they're kilty loafers. See this little thing here? That's called a kilty. And they were, get this lined up here. They're Polo Ralph Lauren. And I think they're a size 9 with the, heavy lug soles. The wear on the heel is almost nothing, right? You don't want a heel that's way worn down. See if I can show you. There's just the tiniest bit of heel wear at the back. So they need a good polish and a good clean. But I was shocked when I looked them up. These I think were $5.99. Yeah, $5.99. And the comps are $40 to $65. What do you think of that? I've never seen shoes by Polo Ralph Lauren before. So I think they're meant to be somewhat distressed looking, a little bit burnished. You can see the colors are different here versus down here. And then the heel is a little bit burnished. But where they're scuffed, I'm definitely going to polish them. So I think I'll list those for about 50 and see what happens. Maybe I'll go big. The universe is changing. I'll go big. Okay, the last item that I want to show you is I'm going to host Thanksgiving this year for my immediate family. We're missing my grandson and his girlfriend. He's going to spend that with her family, but the rest of them, the 3 grandkids and the sons-in-law and my daughters and my husband, will be together for Thanksgiving for the first time in a very, very long time. I'm excited. I'm not sure if it'll be on the day, but it'll be that weekend. But anyway, I needed more white dinner plates. And I've kind of made a shift in my dinnerware, and I'm not happy with the change I made. And I just have to have white plates to serve Thanksgiving dinner on. So, of course, you go to Goodwill. So don't forget that, right? Let's say you're hosting a bridal shower and you don't want to use paper. You want it to be a little more special. Start collecting lunch plates in all different patterns. It could be the little frou-frou, delicate china ones with flowers, or it could be wild and crazy ones from Target. But collect a bunch of mismatched plates and use those for your entertaining. It could be a lot of fun, and it's so cheap. So I was looking for white plates, strolled around the corner, went, ooh, there's a pile. They weren't all the same, but I counted them, and there were 9, and I need 9. So I picked them up. And the top 3 were from Target, and they had a little ridged, like a little, I didn't bring it to show you because you know what a Target white dinner plate looks like. But the ones underneath it were not Target. They were these, which is a kind of a nondescript looking white dinner plate, but perfect for Heidi. And they all had red tags on them, and so they were all 49 cents each. I paid $4.50 for dinner plates. Anyway, these, when I'm done with them, I might sell them because this is Pottery Barn. It's called the PB White dinner plate, made in Japan, and it was discontinued. And guess what happens when people have dinner plates? They get discontinued. They want more. So I have 6 of these. And depending on how much I love the white dinner plates, they're very heavy. On eBay, these are worth about $10 a piece. So I paid 50 cents and they're worth $10 a piece. I might keep them, I might sell them. But sometimes, when you're in the hard goods, you might look at dishes that catch your eye. The vast majority of the china you see at thrift stores is worth nothing. Some of it is worth hundreds of dollars. The vast majority of single plates you see are worth nothing except to collect for your party that you're having. But it never hurts to look, I guess, because a plain white dinner plate is worth $10. So I'm going to have a great time Thanksgiving and then decide if I'm going to make profit on it afterward. That's my haul. I better get to work. Got to list that. And then all of this. Plus, I have a coupon burning a hole in my pocket. I'm so glad we got together today. It was fun. I'm still working on a live. And, yeah, I'm still working on that. One of them that I want to schedule is with a friend that you all know. But I won't tease because I don't want to promise and not deliver. And the other live would be about different topics. So, yada, yada, yada. That's all I have for you. I'm at a really good time, and I'm glad I came to see you today. Till next time, bye, kids.